Welcome to the Fit2 Perform.
Keep it in.
Welcome to the Fit2 Perform podcast.
You just found the number one health and fitness podcast for performers. Honestly, we do this all the time.
I'm so embarrassed. I'm so annoyed at myself.
Oh, gosh. Perfect way to start today, I think. Thank you for joining us at our highest point. As we bring you, I would say meaningful, helpful and accurate information, but I don't know what's happening today. But we are here to, I guess, remind you of what, Bobby?
Fitness doesn't have to be boring.
Yes.
That's what I will remind you of.
Hopefully we've already started that, right?
Right now you've highlighted that very beautifully to start this podcast.
Oh God, let's skip on. You are listening to one of our talk episodes during which Bobby and I pretty much what we do, separate the wheat from the chaff. We talk about stuff. If you like what we do, then please leave us a review.
It's so fancy. On that note, cue the music. The wheat from the chaff.
with an unnecessary H. The wheat from the chaff.
Wheat.
Wheat. Oh, goodness me. Do you know what? I've been watching quite a lot of Big Bang Theory, like at lunchtime. It's really super old school, and I did not realize how much it doesn't really like hold up.
I feel like that's the same. That's true of most older sitcoms, particularly sitcoms from like the late 90s, early 2000s. Like, I feel like most of those don't really hold up anymore.
And it was one that was like the most popular, right? It had, they were being paid millions of pounds or £1 million. I can't remember what their deal was.
Yeah, they were on like bonkers money because weren't Friends on $1 million each per episode?
They were on $1 million
by the end.
In the last series, yes. Yeah. They did that thing where like, Ross, what's his actual name? David Schwimmer, like made them all stick together and got the same deal. So they all had the same deal. Whereas actually, I think that happened sooner than that. But seasons earlier, wasn't it? But they all ended up with the same deal. Whereas they actually wanted to pay him and Jennifer Aniston more and have them as like the leads. And they were like, no, which is baller. I don't think that happened on Big Bang Theory.
That did, from what I remember at the time, that did not happen on Big Bang Theory.
And I also saw a thing about Neil Patrick Harris in How I Met Your Mother.
Oh, yeah.
And apparently, like, again, I might be getting this horribly wrong, meaningful and helpful and accurate. I might be getting this horribly wrong. So do fact check this, that they sort of came to him and went, hey, the other cast members like, should we stick together and try and get the same deal? And he was like, no.
No.
Like, no, we're in completely different positions in our career. And like this, like with love, I feel like the show would be just as successful without your characters and probably not without mine.
I mean, I do get the whole like we're at different stages in our career thing, because I do think that is, I often think this about performing in general, is that you go like, you're always going back to square one. Say like I did like ensemble for years. Like ensemble has been my jam. I don't think ensemble is my jam, but ensemble has been like the thing that I do. And like every single time, you don't go a step up in earnings, you just go back to square one. Like you always end up on the same amount of money as all the other people in the ensemble. So like I'm now at 40. If I was to be in an ensemble, I'd be paid the same as somebody who's just come out of college. And you go like, at that point you go, well, I get why he was kind of saying that. I get why he was saying that we're at different points in our career, we're at different points in our lives, and we should treat our negotiations separately.
Yeah, because they are separate. I do think that's a point. And in other countries, and some American contracts as well, obviously the longer you stay, the more you get paid, which I think rewards both loyalty and experience there. You go, hey, it's not going to take us as long to rehearse you this time round, and you should be delivering a quality product. I do think we're missing a trick there. But you'll know about this, the women's NBA, WNBA, threatening to go on strike because of the pay disparity. Now, of course, that's a more complicated issue because you've got there's a gender equality thing that people are saying that it's about. But to a certain extent, isn't it a case of like there being theatres that have bigger audiences, therefore you get more money because more people watch, so there's more money coming in. You look at how much money the NBA takes from fans, merch sales, and tickets, and that money is distributed somewhat to the players.
Yeah.
Then it's actually nothing to do with gender or being that. It's how much money comes into your organization and how it's distributed.
Yeah, I suppose like the idea, because obviously the WNBA is not currently as popular as the NBA. It doesn't have the same global reach that the NBA has. Like, things are changing with the WNBA. There's some great players coming through, but and like that is helping promote it. And like I've been watching I previously hadn't watched the WNBA much at all, but last season I signed up for the WNBA League Pass for the first time, so it kind of sparked my interest last season. So I think it's growing, but you're right. Like if they were to if the WNBA players were to earn the same amount of money as the NBA players, the WNBA just wouldn't exist, because it's not bringing in enough money to support that amount of money. And like the NBA money is wildly out of control.
Of course, but even if you remove the element of it that's about gender and or sex, or however you want to split it, doesn't matter. If you remove that element and you just took like Premier League football teams and went, hey, I'm the most successful striker at West Ham, why am I not being paid the same as Cristiano Ronaldo? You're like, well, capitalism.
Yeah.
like more people want that person. More people are paying or willing to pay for them, whether it's accurate or not. Like in the right settings, might you be as good as Cristiano Ronaldo? Me personally, no. But for someone somewhere, yes. Anyway, wild.
It makes sense. Like, and that's why like PSR exists. Why profit sustainability exists, because like the big clubs can afford, because they bring in more revenue, they can afford to pay more money for their contracts, but smaller clubs like Super Fulham can't afford to do that. Like, so the competition is difficult, but it's an interesting conversation. It's always an interesting conversation around.
If you're listening to this and you have thoughts that we haven't considered, because we haven't spoken about this before, we're considering this loud now. So we're probably making some grave errors and like
absolutely
fucking some stuff up and not thinking about things. So if so, hit us with your opinions. Yeah. On that note, I've got some jokes.
Go on, hit me with some jokes. I'm ready. It's sunny outside. I'm feeling fresh. Hit me with some jokes.
Ooh, inspired by the Big Bang Theory's nerdiness, I have for nerdy jokes. And I'll preface this with, they're not good.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I've got a couple. A biologist, a chemist, and a statistician are out hunting. The biologist shoots a deer and misses 5 feet to the left. The chemist shoots at the same deer and misses 5 feet to the right. The statistician shouts, "We got him."
Oh my God. Wow.
Like, that's a next level. This is super nerdy as well. Schrodinger gets pulled over by a cop. The cop searches the trunk and says, "Do you know there's a dead cat in here?" And Schrodinger says, "Well, I do now."
Okay.
And then finally, a classic. Why can't you trust atoms?
Why?
They make up everything.
Oh, ha-cha-cha.
Whoopee.
Ha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha.
Oh, God. So on that note, we're off.
We are off. We are deep into this now.
I wanted to bring up creatine because we've spoken about this very, very briefly on
creatine.
Yeah, we should always preface this by saying that you say it in the American way and I say it in the British way, which is why we say that word differently. For people going, why are they saying that word in two different ways?
Yeah,
with the scandal, the gummy scandal.
The gummy scandal. I feel personally like devastated by this gummy scandal. I mean, if you haven't heard about this gummy scandal, Overload, who you will have definitely seen advertising to you on Instagram, Overload will definitely have hit you on Instagram. They have been embroiled in a scandal that basically, if we boil it down to its root, was saying that the gummies that they've been selling, that I've been taking for a while now, contain practically zero creatine, which I mean, this came out not long after I'd had one, and it had pulled the crown off my tooth. So let's say that overload is costing me a lot of money at the moment.
Yeah, costing a lot of money. Also, when they have no creatine in them, that's just a very expensive bag of sweets that aren't as nice as a normal bag of
I'd rather just a bag of Haribo.
Yeah. Fruit pastels, pretty close.
Fruit pastel. I haven't had a fruit pastel in ages.
Well, that crown is coming straight out again. So that scandal aside, I've been reading more studies about creatine recently, because there's been, we've said this before, but it's the most studied supplement after protein, which again, arguably not a supplement. And some amazing stuff has been coming out recently about how creatine affects your mental capacity and faculties. And you might have seen this, but sleep deprivation for people and how that affects your both brain fog and mental capacities. What they found is if you take a macro dose of creatine, which for the purposes of this, we'll say it's between 25 grams and 35 grams. It depends on your body weight. Taking that in the morning, which is a shitload of creatine, by the way.
That's a lot of creatine.
Huge amounts. What you find is that people's mental capacity for function and mental brain function not only returns to a state of a full night's sleep, but is improved. It's a greater brain function than having had a full night's sleep. So if you sleep for 4 hours, wake up and you go, God, I'm fucked. You have 25 grams of creatine, boom, magic pill.
I mean, that is quite the discovery.
It's insane.
I'll be excited to see some more studies looking at this and some meta studies of this, because if that is the case, and if there is no adverse reaction to it, then that's wild.
That study had a really, really good profile. So there was a really big sample group. It's relatively cheap to actually carry out and study the effects of. So they managed to do it with loads of people. So it's pretty good on that front. But there's more and more stuff coming out now that actually you might want to be supplementing with even higher amounts of creatine than you have been previously, or not at all. And by the way, if you're female, you produce 20 to 30% less creatine in your body naturally than males do anyway. So if you're female and a performer, you should definitely consider this. We should tell people why they should actually be taking it anyway, which is that it literally improves both performance and recovery. If you're not taking creatine, it's really a no-brainer, cheap supplement, creatine monohydrate. Go from there.
I just ordered some today.
Yes, binning off overload to finally go, fine, I'll do this. I'm living in denial that the gummies I'm taking aren't under the same sort of...
I've been burned by the gummies now. Other gummy companies are now marketing to me, but I'm too hurt by the scandal. I'm going back to powder, but I'm not going unflavored.
No.
I burnt through the last of my unflavored creatine, and I'm not going unflavored. I'm going for a flavored creatine.
I want
it. Yeah. I like the unflavored tastes horrific. So
it's like metal. Yeah.
It's so how they can call it unflavored. It tastes disgusting.
Basically, we haven't added anything nice to this.
We've not tried to mask the natural flavor of this.
This tastes like shit.
I wish that I would rather the honesty if they wrote that on the front.
Yeah. Well, because sometimes you're like, I'm willing, I'll do it because it's better for me. And there are people out there that would go, fine, I don't care, I'm going to have it. But my God, let's not pretend.
No, it's not for me. It's not for me. So I've ordered a flavored one, which I'm very excited about. Cola flavor. Say again? Cola flavor.
Which brand?
Protein Works, I think it was.
Oh. I was going to say, sorry, hit me.
I mean, creatine, as we know, creatine is, well, I say creatine is not, but I mean, stuff has been thrown up in the air.
Yeah.
Recently,
but look, monohydrate, right? If you're getting monohydrate, and if you're going to be buying it, make sure the brand is one that does third-party testing. So you can really easily Google if the brand does. Brands like MyProtein, Protein Works, BSN, Bulk. Yeah, plenty of these things. You can just check if they do third-party testing. They'll be pretty open about it if they are, because it costs them a lot of money to have that sort of pride in the verification. So do have a little Google. And dude, how's being a resident choreographer going?
It is happening. It is happening. As we record this, we are not too far from the press night, the official opening night. We've had opening night. We've premiered the new cast, and press night is imminent, which is exciting. Like it's been a journey. It's been a wild ride, and it's great to see. Like I feel quite proud of everyone in that cast because it's been a challenging process. But they've all come together. They've all absolutely smashed it out of the park. And I watched last night, and they're so good. The storytelling is beautiful. They are nailing the choreography. I mean, it looks so good at points. I'm like, yes. But it's and now my job kind of changes, and that's kind of a weird thing. Like I've gone from learning the show and teaching the choreography at the same time. I'm still learning the show really, as I'm still trying to understand all the different elements of the show. And it's a complicated show because of all the revolves, the lifts. Part of the complication is that every song is called the same thing. So there's epic 1, epic 2, epic 3, chant 1, chant 2.
Yeah, and you're like, I don't know if this. Yeah.
I'm like, there's a lot of numbers. So even getting my head around that has been a challenge. But yeah, now it's cool. Now my job changes again. But yeah, do you know what I found a strange thing? Is this this is the first time that I've been maybe not the first time, but properly the first time that I have been on the creative side of things only, with no performance element whatsoever. And so I'm so used to being always part of a cast, and then if I've been dance captain or whatever, having then outside responsibilities from that. But I'm not part of the cast at all now, and that is weird. That is a weird sensation. They've been for nights out, and they've been there's always stuff happening in their group chat, and I'm not part of that. And it's so and I don't miss it, but I'm also oh, this is weird. This is I would never be going to the nights out because I don't go to nights out. We know I'm in bed by 8:30. So
you have 2 jobs and a baby.
Yeah, I've got there's enough going on. So I wouldn't be going out, but I'm it's just weird, getting my head around that shift. Yeah, it's been fascinating.
How do you feel about that? Because I imagine it's pretty weird.
It is weird. Yeah, it's really weird. It's I probably need to reframe how I view myself within the company a little bit. I think I only really thought about it the other day when somebody was like, "Oh, we said it in the group chat, but obviously you're not in the group chat." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm not in the group chat. Oh yeah, I'm not part of the cast."
You're like, life is better when I'm not in the group chat.
I would have muted that long ago anyway.
Yeah. You're like, oh, I've been added to a group chat. Mute.
Mute. Instant mute. But yeah, it's just a fascinating difference between the two elements and the two worlds. Yeah.
It's intriguing because obviously I've never been on the creative team in that sense. I've sort of had the flip side of that. You're on the creative team on the outside of that, and then obviously Maddie's in Frozen in Germany at the moment, and then I go over there and they literally treat me like I'm in the freaking show, but obviously I'm not. So it's I kind of, not that I'm getting what you're saying, but I can empathize with that. It's a strange thing of being oh, this is so nice, and there's a lovely group of people, but I'm not really one of you.
Yeah.
And it's weird.
It is weird. You just feel so alien to what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay. I mean, to skip that, I just came back from Germany, obviously.
How was Germany? Did you have any more terrible coffee?
Did I have any more terrible coffee? I did have a single terrible coffee, but I had this absolute nightmare with the office. The office we've been using for Fit2 stuff out there, which is over the road. It was having some building work done. Now, the first day I went over, the guy on the desk is somebody who I've seen every other time. So he was like, yeah, fine, just go and sit in the corner. Now, that was okay. I went over the next day and there was somebody new there and was like, yeah, we're not open. Like, we can't come in. And I was like, what do you mean? I was here yesterday. And she was like, that's not allowed. Like, you can't be in here for insurance purposes. And I was like, I was here for like 9 hours yesterday. Like, what the hell? I was like, okay, fine. So then I had this like bit of a nightmare because the internet in Maddie's room is really bad. So it's not like I could go and just work from there. So I ended up, it was for most of the days, I ended up in the theatre's canteen that is for staff, not front of house, because it had good internet. But then I was like, God, I look like some fucking mega fan of the show who never leaves the canteen. Then in order to have like sessions with people and speak to clients and stuff, I then, one of the cast members, who I don't know at all, was like, you can go and use my flat. And so like on the Saturday, I ended up at this very, very shout out to JP, legend.
Go on, JP.
Literally just gave me his keys and was like, I'll send you the address on Instagram later. And I was like, we've met like twice.
That's so trusting. That's amazing.
It was so trusting. It's super useful. And it just made everything really, really easy. So I like bought him a nice bottle of wine and stuff. Nice. Just to thank you. But so it was a little bit stressful from a work perspective, to be honest, but actually really, really nice to go and actually see Maddie. I went, as you know, it was a surprise visit this time, which with a little bit of help from her cast was pulled off really gloriously. I didn't know if it would be a good surprise. Maybe she'd be like, this guy again.
Like, did that run through your mind on your way over when you're on the plane? Were you like, oh God?
Yeah, God, I knew. So I'd set up that she was going for brunch with like one of her best mates on the show, so that it was like, okay, she'll be here at this exact time. But then she was like really tired the day before. I was like, oh my God, she might bail on the brunch. Like what's going to happen? So we had to come up with some story as to why she needed to be there at the brunch for her, etc. Nice. All this stuff. And then I was like, what if she doesn't want me there for these 5 days? What if she's just knackered? But like, obviously I rocked up at the place for brunch, and like she saw me and just like instantly cried and was happy tears, hopefully, and it was really, really lovely, and I feel much better having been out there, because I was just finding it really tough, like it's hard being in different countries for now 6 months, with a year to go.
That, in fairness, that 6 months has flown by. I mean, from my perspective, maybe not from yours.
I'm not sure I agree.
From my perspective, I'm like, wow, 6 months. Okay, that's.
No, I feel like I've really felt every day since November when we had we like to do what we call push and pull from a sort of business perspective, where we're like, hey, let's push at this front and then we'll take it easy. And then because of various things, I have not been able to pull back at all. And I was like, every day I was like, I'm losing more hair and
just push.
I can't push anymore. So really, really lovely to go out there and just have a little time with her. It's like, she's up so late after the show. She's up till like 2:30. And I'm like, girl, I'm in bed at 10 p.m. at home. Like, this is, I got to get up in the morning. I got to do some work. Fun times on that front. But hey, have we got any meaningful, helpful and accurate information to impart to people other than the creatine in this?
I don't think we have any more meaningful, helpful. The creatine is a super interesting, from my point of view. But this is just us like talking it out.
We are going to the Hadestown press night. We are going dressed as the characters, right? So Satan and maybe Orpheus, whichever. What do you think?
I mean, cosplay is a massive thing at Hadestown.
Is it?
Yeah, it's huge. Like I went to do a show watch of the Broadway cast in London. And I was sat next to a Persephone, and then on the other side, I was sat next to a Hades. So I was like, okay, this is how it goes. Yeah. Like
I'm at Comic-Con, yeah.
the cosplay on Hadestown is pretty wild.
That's full out.
They go full out. Like it's there's some proper superfans. Like the stage door after the show is nuts.
That doesn't surprise me. I think it's such a unique piece of theatre.
Yeah. I think that is what it is. I think it's because it's so unique, because there's nothing really like it in the West End. It does have a certain draw to it, a certain attraction to it.
If you love it, you're going to really, really love it.
Yeah, like I'm not going to spoil anything about it, but it's
I haven't seen it. Remember,
there's moments in the show where I sit in the audience, and obviously I now know exactly what's happening, but just like looking around at people at certain points, I go, that's cool. Like it's so exciting to be part of something that can get that reaction from people, that can kind of pull that out of people, and in various ways. It really stuck out last night. Actually, there was a real moment that I went, oh, okay, yeah, this is cool. This is really exciting.
Do you know what? We're not speaking about the same thing, but I've watched Frozen now in German a solid 11 times, which is a lot. And yeah, being in there in a, with 2,000 people who don't speak the same language as me, and watching that moment, the dress comes off.
Yeah.
Or the reveal happens, I should say. Dress coming off sounds a bit weird. Like Elsa's
oddly sexual.
Hold on, no. Like it, even though everyone knows that, like, it's a dress coming off. Like we all get it, but the actual, like, how it's done so well elicits such a visceral response from the audience every time that I can't help but be like overwhelmed by the kind of joy of, to be really wanky, of live theatre, of that thing happening in front of you. Like I can watch a video of it loads and be like, oh yeah, that's the dress coming off, like that's cool, or be not care that much. And when you watch it happen right there, when it's earned that and built it to that point, and there's 2,000 people and they're all like and they love it. It's just like one of the best things in the world. I think that's it does make me remember why live theatre is so glorious.
It's so important, and it does remind you why we got into this in the first place, like why we love storytelling, why we love doing this stuff, because to get that reaction from a crowd, and the beauty of doing it every night with a different audience and their different reactions and how that feeds what's happening on the stage. Yeah, it's lovely. Like I can't wait for Lennon to take him to his first show. Like I can't wait to experience that and see his like face light up at certain things. It's going to be
or not,
or be like, imagine he's not asked entirely about theatre.
He'll be there'll be an element of that if both mum and dad are really into it. There's got to be a time in his life where he's like,
I'll play it cool. I'll play it super cool. But like, no, man, no, mate. I don't care about theatre.
Yeah, I don't care. Doesn't matter. But you go to a show like every week. Yeah, because I have to. Right, it's fine.
It's nothing.
Do you have a fun fact for us?
I do. Let me just get my fun fact up. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna get it. Oh yeah,
I'm gonna find it.
So here's the fun fact.
I'm ready.
Did you know that ketchup was once used as medicine?
I did not know that. What? Tell me more.
In the 1830s, tomato ketchup used to be sold as a medicine, claiming to cure ailments like diarrhea, indigestion, and jaundice. The idea was first proposed by Dr. John Cook Bennett, who was an American physician, and he later on sold the recipe as tomato pills. Then apparently like a bunch of people got onto it and were like, everyone was selling tomato pills, and then he was like, I'm out, sacked this off. And then the tomato ketchup that we know now didn't actually pop around until 1876 that we see on the bottles, when Henry Heinz created it. But yeah, so once used as medicine.
Wow, that is a classic example of how things can really take the world by storm and not have any of the actual, unless there's some secret ingredients in it that he put in. Definitely not in it now. Cocaine, probably.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like everything back then had cocaine in it.
Yeah, people forget that Coca-Cola is still called that because of cocaine. Even though it doesn't have that in there, that you're going into the shop and it's like Coca-Cola, like that. That's what it's called.
Have a glass of this.
But that's so weird. Tomato build. I mean, I do love a bit of ketchup on stuff, although I've really reduced my consumption of it. It's really boring. Not the one.
You've reduced your consumption of tomato. I didn't know this. You've reduced your consumption of tomato ketchup.
Yeah, I would have ketchup on anything that could feasibly have ketchup with it. And over the last sort of year, I've really, because it's so high in sugar and like the low sugar version is just boring. So I'm better off not having it. And actually it came about as part of a process I was going through to have some more awareness around food and actually tasting what I was eating and actually enjoying and savoring the taste rather than just eating as quickly as possible. And so, yeah, that first happened with things like scrambled eggs and bacon and stuff like that. And just to go, hey, if I don't have ketchup on this, what does this taste like? And the answer was better. It's like, oh, okay.
And everything was just tasting like ketchup. Cool.
Yeah. And it was great because there was just loads of sugar on stuff. So yeah, now barely have it, which is a real shift actually. Sorry.
Were you ever a ketchup on toast person?
No.
I know people who are ketchup on toast people.
But weirdly, I'm like, no, that sounds disgusting. But obviously, if you have scrambled eggs on toast, I would have had ketchup with it. So,
so there inevitably would have been a piece of toast that had just ketchup on it. And then you were like, oh, maybe I'm on board with this.
100%. Yes, that has definitely happened at some point in my life. But thankfully, we're moving away from these trying times. God, people listening to this must be going, their lives are difficult. They're
really struggling their way through ketchup.
Ketchup addiction. I'm going to start my own support group. That might be, we should specify, we're both quite tired.
We are both quite tired, but we wanted to do a talk episode, and so here we are doing this talk episode.
And before we started, I was like, I don't know if my brain's going to function. And actually, I have no idea if our brains have functioned over the course of this episode.
Oh, yeah, there's potential that this was absolute garbage. But hey, if it was garbage and you've listened to us talking about how garbage it might have been, then thank you for sticking with us.
Normal service will resume on our next episode.
Hey, I like these episodes. I like these ones where we just talk. We just...
Oh yeah, full on that. I'm just like I need a macro dose of creatine right now. That is what I need.
This could have been the moment we could have done a live test on the podcast.
If I had any powder in, I absolutely would do that. I've only got the gummies, and so
that would be a lot of gummies.
Yeah, and because 2 being 5 grams, and with the sneaky suspicion that actually they don't contain the amount of creatine they say, I don't just want to smash down a whole bunch of them.
Just for no apparent reason.
Like, nope. Listen, look, if you like our information, not that we provided you with much of it today, head over to our website, right, fit-2.co.uk, and click on our level up page. You'll find there our 30-day level up, which is totally free. I can't stress how much of a no-brainer that is. So just get some quality information from us, even if that was provided for you today.
Yeah. There's always quality information to be had. Yeah. It's right there. You can find us on social media at Fit2 Perform West End. And if you've got any questions you want answered by us, you know what to do. Slip slide into those DMs. I'll be waiting, covered in ketchup.
Oh, yummy. Thank you for joining us. And if you like what you've heard, we've been the Fit2 Perform podcast with me, Steffan.
And me, Bobby. And if you didn't like it, we've been Joe Wicks. Peace out.